each letter. So this makes them the base. This is the foundation base. So this mukatra in future or even first standard we make sure that they can learn start to we use this Jolly phonics. And next we use Dr. Howard Gardner method. So Dr. Howard is one of these educators. If a child is learning, then you must in the way the child learns. So it's not necessary that whatever the method that we are using, the child should learn in that way. Because child has its own ability and child has its own way of learning. Some child learn through music, some child learn through stories, some child learn through pictures, and some child just if you say they take it up. So each child are different. So what we do is we teach the child in their own way. ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನು ನಾವೇ ಕಲಿಸ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಅವರು ಕಲಿಯುವ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಒಂದೊಂದು ವಿಧದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಏನು ಹೇಳೋದು ಹಾಡುವ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಕಲಿತಾರೆ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡುವ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಅವ್ರು ಬೇಗ ಕಲಿತಾರೆ. ಆಗ ಆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಕಲಿತಾರೋ ಅದು ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ವಿ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಟೀಚ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್. So that is the one thing that we do. And next also we also follow we also give importance for values and discipline. So it says like this. There's a proverb. It says like this: train up a child in the way he should go. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it. ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಹೀಗಿದೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾದ ದಾರಿ ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಬೆಳೆಸಬೇಕು. ಅವ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅದು ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅವರಿಗೆ ತರಬೇತಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ವಿ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಆನ್ ದೇರ್ ರೈಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್. ಅವರ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಅವರ ಸೊ ನಾವು ಅವರ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ತುಂಬಾ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಈ ವಯಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿಯದೇ ಇರುವ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬೆಳೆದ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಲಿಯಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಷ್ಟ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ 5 years is very foundational for each individual's life. Because whatever you are giving the value, that is what they will take up even when they grow up. So we also focus on the values and the discipline, and also we also focus on how they have to interact with each other, the social, emotional things, all these aspects. So this is what in general as an AGAPE kindergarten we follow, we believe and we do it. Now AGAPE kindergarten ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ನಂಬುವುದು, ನಾವು ಮಾಡೋದು ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ disciplines ಆಗಿದೆ. So and also we also each class, I said each class has its own different aspects. So if you see nursery, ಈಗ nursery ನೋಡುವುದಾದ್ರೆ we focus on their development because it's where their mind to be set up. ಈಗ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನರ್ಸರಿ ಇಂದ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಕಾರಣ ಈ ನರ್ಸರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತು ನಾನು ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಹೋಗ್ತೇನೆ. If they don't like school at the nursery, till the end they won't like to stay. That's the reason most of the children or what to say, they focus on these things and everything. So we focus and we try to help children to build a base. Also the parents, so that their child can have the loving or what to say, likeness to study. So that's where we focus in nursery. And also we see that they also have a loving and caring atmosphere over here. So we teach them with love. The teachers, those who are here, they teach them with love. And also they also look at their developments, especially like grasping development, because we all are very much concerned of their writings. Even writing happens till then, I believe. But writing, if it should be very particular or very neat or clean, their grasping muscles should be developed. ಅವರು ಬರೆಯುವುದು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು, ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಈಗಲೇ ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಒತ್ತಡ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ಲ, ವಿ ಫೋರ್ಸ್. ಆದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಬರೆಯುವುದು ಹೀಗೆ ಒತ್ತಡ ಮಾಡದೆ ಅವ್ರು ಬರೆಯಲ್ಲ. ಮಕ್ಳು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಬರಿಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಇದಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಕಾರಣ ಈ 3 to 4 years ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರ ಮಸಲ್ಸ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡಪ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಫ್ರೆಜೈಲ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ವೀಕ್ ಮಸಲ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಆ ಮಸಲ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ what happens when they grow up, when they ride, their handling will be a worst. So that's the reason we may do lot of activities. Other kind of ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ lot of activities, their grasping skill or what to say, the holding skill of the pencil and pen will develop. Their muscles will be developed. So their fine motor skill and gross motor muscles will be developing up. So ಅದೇ ನಾವು main ಆಗಿ ನರ್ಸರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಫೋಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. And the age group, according to the new rule, actually till last year the rule was 2.5 years ಇರುವವರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ನರ್ಸರಿ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಈ ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ 3 years ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ನರ್ಸರಿ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಬೈ ಮೇ 31st they should complete 3 years. So then only then they can be able to admitted in nursery, and they should complete 6 years so that they can be admitted in first standard. It is same with state syllabus, CBSE syllabus, and ICSE syllabus as well. And junior KG it's 4 years. ನೀವು LKG ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಮೇ ತಿಂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇ ತಿಂಗಳು ಮುಗಿಯುವಾಗ 4 ವಯಸ್ಸು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅವರು ಜೂನಿಯರ್ ಕೆಜಿ ಹೋಗಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ. ವೈ ವಿ ಫೋಕಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಏಜ್? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ we cannot pressure a child at a very young age, because as I said, they are very fragile. ಈ ಫ್ರೆಜೈಲ್ ಆಗಿರುವ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಫ್ರೆಶರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಈಗ ಕುಕ್ಕರ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಇದೆ, ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಇಂದ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಹೊಡೆದೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ವಿ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಏಜ್ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್. ಈ ಏಜ್ ನಾವು ತುಂಬಾ ಡೆಲಿಕೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡಿ ಅವರ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನಾವು ಟೀಚಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಜೂನಿಯರ್ ಬೈ ನರ್ಸರಿ ದೇ learn the language, they understand the language, their fine motor skill grows up, and they start to hold the pen or anything at the end of the make sure that they hold it at the end of the year. And in junior KG, what we do is we see that they by this time in junior KG they are settled down, so they know okay they love to come to school. So when they start coming to school, we then slowly start the phonics, the holistic thing over there, and they theme based learning will be happening over there, and they'll also learn the mathematics. We also call it numeracy, and we also make them understand understanding the word. We call it in our time it was EVS. Actually ನಾನೆಲ್ಲ ಓದಿದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಕೂಲಲ್ಲಿ EVS ಇದ್ದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, LKG UKG. ಆದ್ರೆ now we make sure that they learn about the word also, they explore the words, and all these things happens in junior KG. Also they also start building our sentence. Our sentence wise our ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ junior KG. So this is what we focus, and out of reading they also start reading the things. In senior KG the age group is 5, even 6 also 5, but 5 they should be completed at least 5 years by month of May ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು 5 ವರ್ಷ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. And here we also see the child grows physically, and they also grow with social involvement and behavior aspect, and their language will build up. And also there we start blending of the word. Blending of the word, even though start in junior KG, it will be more emphasized in senior KG. Junior KG ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು blending ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಸೀನಿಯರ್ KG ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಾಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪನೂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಲೈಕ್ ಸೈಡ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾವು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಟೀಚರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ಅದು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೈಡ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ THC ದ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೆ ಫೋನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಟಿ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಬಂದು ಎಚ್ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಬಂದು ಹ, ಈ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಬಂದು ಇ ಎ. ಸೊ ಈ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ದ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಹೇಳೋದು ಸೈಡ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ and they have what to say blending of two vowels. After they go to the next level of the learning in the senior KG, and they also slowly start to describe the things. They start to describe the what to say talk the things in a complete sentence, and we mainly focus in the they speak in English. That's what we look over it. So this is what we usually do in the school. So now school ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡುವ ಸಂಗತಿಗಳು ಇದಾವೆ. So I hope that you got this idea of what we are doing, what we are teaching. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕೇಳಬೇಕಾ? ಏನಾದ್ರು ಇದೆಯಾ? Ena doubt is in India, if you have any doubts or anything that you have.
So I think this about the age factor. So
Yes.
it depended on this year in the sense.
She will explain more about
Yeah.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So I'm asking like now we have a couple of students, like for example, Ayana. So she's in LKG now. So this batch will continue as it is, and is it for the freshers only to join for the nursery first time, or it is applicable for Ayana, Humaira, and all the other kids?
Okay, what we saw in the notification from the government is 2025 to 26. So if INAS is going to first standard, I think in 25, 26, right? So that time she should complete 6 years. So this year would not be a problem for Amira, but then the next year would be a problem. So I have seen that most of our kids will have to repeat the class. Praveen sir's son, he's only I think 3.9 something. He has to repeat the class LKG or UKG. He'll have to repeat uh, because now in our since our school is just a pre-primary, it will not be a problem. But then we are trying to upgrade. So once it's upgraded, then each class we will. I also heard that they are introducing a unique number even from nursery. What they have in the first standard in the other schools, it's called as SAT, SAT. So they are introducing that. Once they introduce that, even from nursery, we have to look into that. So this year it is safe. Those who are presently the Amira's batch should be safe to go to the next class. But I don't know about the schools. It will depend upon each schools how they take. If they imply the rules from this year, then yeah. It's already started, but then government said 2025 to 26 it will be compulsory. So then if they grow big and they'll have to repeat the class, then that would be a shame for them, for the kids. For us, we know that. But then, yeah, if small kids, if they're okay, they'll be, happy also. And again, the same teacher is teaching us, you
No,
know.
but still they have the mindset that I'm in this class, next year I'll be in different class. So
Yeah.
they know that which will be their future teacher. They are aware of it.
Yeah. Yeah, but then,
Pretty
so let's be prepared. If at all your kids will have to repeat the classes, please don't feel bad. It's not because your kids are bad in learning, it's because of the government. Because earlier, till last year, it was 2.5, it started in nursery. So, this 2.5 onwards, sorry, can I continue? Yeah. 2.5 or from 2, they can be in pre-nursery. We will start a new class which is called as pre-nursery. So they can be part of the pre-nursery. So they can start learning there. Still again in nursery, little more implication on holding and strokes and basic learning, and then it is not going to reduce any load when they go up, because UKG they'll have to do a lot of things. I hope others are understanding. I am not very good at Canada. मैं क्या बोल रही थी अभी इस साल से गवर्नमेंट का रूल आया है कि ನಿಮಗೆ ಹಿಂದಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ गवर्नमेंट रूल आया है कि नर्सरी जाने के लिए 3 साल कंप्लीट होना है May 31st तक 3 साल कंप्लीट होना है अगर कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ तो अभी पिछले साल तक 2.5 था तो अगर कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ तो आपके बच्चे को रिपीट करना पड़ेगा क्लास ओके दैट आप भी डिसाइड कर सकते हैं यहाँ पे करना है क्या दूसरा स्कूल में बट रिपीट करना ही है क्योंकि बड़े स्कूल्स में एडमिशन नहीं देते हैं क्योंकि एक फर्स्ट क्लास में जाने के लिए 6 साल कंप्लीट होना ही है वो गवर्नमेंट रूल है बिकॉज वो लोग एक गवर्नमेंट का एक नंबर यूनिक आईडी नंबर देते हैं वो मिलने के लिए एज क्राइटेरिया तो चीज को हम इतना प्रेशर देते हैं तो क्या होता है? क्या होता है? हैं? आप लोग हंस रहे हैं, क्या होता है? हाँ, स्कूल आना ही छोड़ देते हैं। अगले दिन बोलेंगे मैं वो टीचर को इतना हेट करें, वो टीचर्स को ही प्रॉब्लम है, वो टीचर अच्छा नहीं है, टीचर अच्छी नहीं है, ऐसे बोलेंगे। ओके, तो ऐसे नहीं होना है। एक्चुअली वो खेलने का टाइम है। ओके, 3 to 4 खेलते वक्त क्या होना है? सीखना है। ओके, जैसे हाउएवर दे आर प्लेइंग, जैसे खेलते हैं वैसे सीखना है। थोड़ा थोड़ा तो कलरिंग, एक स्ट्रेट लाइन डालना, ये सब सिखाता है। समझ में आ गए? ओके, एनी अदर क्वेश्चंस? Uh, See, I can tell you from my experiences this: when our daughter was going to first standard, those times state syllabus had a rule that the child should complete 5 years, 10 months uh, in the month of April. Okay, that was the rule. And our daughter was completing only 5 year, 8 months, just 2 months का difference. हम लोग बहुत सारे स्टेट स्कूल्स में ट्राई किए, कोई भी जगह पे नहीं मिला. She had to repeat UKG. But we went to a ICC school, Ryan International. They said 5.6 is their cutoff age. So she got admission in first standard. Those times CBSE और ICSE एक जैसे थे, और state syllabus was 5.10. But now all three has come in a, in an equal decision. This is a central government decision. This is not a state government decision. That's why all ICC, CBSE and state, all three are coming together in a equal decision. But this might not take up this year. So we don't know. Some schools, but we already checked with the schools. Some schools said that they are following from this year. Some schools said they are following from 25. So it may change with kids. Okay, so I hope Amira will not have to. I know you are worried about that.
She's like 5 year
Five
old.
point eight.
Yeah. I think the problem is with September, October, from September, August, September, kids have problem. Till I think February, kids. September, October, September to February next year, the kids will have problem. No, no problem. Only thing they'll have to repeat a year. I think April on will have to repeat double. If they repeat UKG also, fine. It's up to you. So, but then you can probably check with the schools. Depends upon. I learned that United also is following the.
Yeah. This was our goal last year.
Yes. Yeah. Don't worry. We'll see from here later. Okay. Any other questions? कोई भी सवाल आप कन्नड़ा में पूछ सकते हैं, मैं समझ लेती हूँ, लेकिन रिप्लाई बोलना थोड़ा मुश्किल है, वो ट्राई कर सकते हैं. Okay, no questions. Shall we move forward? Okay. Today we have a special guest amongst us. We have Reverend Anil PM. He's from Kerala. He's basically a counselor among parents and children. He counsels students in schools. They run a organization called as Excel in Kerala, and it's throughout India. So basically, what they do is they counsel children and parents. Okay. So we are so happy to have him here. He came to Bangalore for some other program in Mysore, and he's our friend, close friend of ours. And luckily, he was free today morning, so we asked him, "Can you speak with our parents?" And we are so happy to have him today. So next 10, 15, 20 minutes, he will speak to us. Let's put our hands together and welcome him.
ഈ ഇടയ്ക്കിടയ്ക്ക് ഇച്ചിരി കൊടുക്കാൻ പറ്റുമോ?
So, good morning. They gave me only 15 minutes of time. So, in 15 minutes of time, I don't know how to engage you and talk to you on parenting. It is so tough. But of course, at the time that I got, I will just share some slides and something that I just want to share with you. Uh, so, now, very quickly, let me share some slides. And I have, if there is a time, I will show you some activity. And with that, we will just close in 15 minutes. So, look at this apple. You can count the seed in an apple, but you cannot never count apples in a seed. Cannot never count the apples in a seed. So, actually, we are investing our time, our money to develop a strong generation. And all the development has to happen in the very young age. That is very important. So, John B. Watson, he said like this: give me a dozen healthy infants, well formed, and my own specified world to bring them up, and I will guarantee to take anyone at random and train him to become any type of specialist. I might select doctor, lawyer, merchant chief, and yes, even a beggarman and a thief. So he said, I can, if you give me a dozen healthy infants, and randomly I can pick one and I can train him. I can make him doctor. I can make him lawyer. I can make him scientist. I can make him anything. And even a beggarman and a robber, you know, when that person should be trained in the very, very.
Uh, is the translation compulsory? Should I brief in the end? Is that okay? हिंदी में अगर brief किया तो चलेगा? लोगों को कुछ समझ में आ रहा है? आ रहा है ना? Okay.
Do you need translation? Is it okay? Oh.
So, बाद में मैं brief करूँ.
In between, if you need to brief it little bit, it will. So now there is a Confucius, the philosopher. He said like this: if your plan is for 1 year, plant a rice. If your plan is for 10 years, plant a tree. If your plan is for 100 years, educate children. It is very important giving education, having a future, looking into 100 years ahead, and giving them strong education. And Nelson Mandela said like this: children are the most important asset in a country. For them to become that asset, they must receive education and love from their parents. It is very important. The children are the most important asset in our country. So we need to make them and mold them. The great scientist Louis Pasteur said like this: when I approach a child, he inspires me two sentiments: tenderness for what he is and respect for what he may become. Now, a little child sitting, sleeping, and we don't know what he is going or she is going to become. We don't know. But maybe after some time, they are going to become doctors. They are going to become engineers. They are going to become the leaders. They are going to lead our country. So that we need to understand. And it is very important And the molding should happen in the very young age. It is easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. It is which one is easy? To develop or repair the broken person, broken family? Is it easy? No, it is very tough. One is broken, it is very tough. Then which is easier? To build strong generation. Give them education. So why we need to focus in the very young age? Now they are here in the nursery class. And it is very, very important time. So this till 5, the year 5, the age 5, 6 years, it is most important time. That is the time that we need to mold it. So all the life molding time is the childhood. The physical development happens in the childhood. The language development in the childhood. And the emotional development happens in the childhood. And the social development happens in the childhood. The culture is developed in the childhood. And the spirituality developed in the childhood. And the interest developed in the childhood. And the concept of superpower, everything happens in the very, very young age. That's what we need to more focus on developing and training in the very young age. You got it? Yes. Now, I have some more minute. Now, I'm going to tell you. So, this is a parental session. Now, I'm going to tell you what, as a parent, what are the things that you need to understand. I will tell you some 7, 8 points. Then I will stop. Even though each point I should explain it detail, but lack of time, I will be giving you only the points and you just think about it. Okay. Now, I have, I, uh, you just come to the stage. I have some rings here. Come here. Come here. So there is some rings. You have to fix it in a proper way. Just to try to fix it in proper way. Make it how to arrange it. You try how to arrange it. Make it in a proper way. What about this? Okay, thank you so much. You see that now he did something wrong. So I wanted to make it proper. Okay, I want to make it proper. Is it correct? Time is running fast. Okay. Thank you so much. And actually, I want to tell you and teach you. You both came and you are trying to fix this one, but there is a problem. What is the problem? Can you just yes?
No proper base.
No,
Proper base.
there is no base. That is there in my bike. Madhurisa, can you just take it that base and bring it? And I just hide it there. I just want you to tell, sir, this is wrong. I cannot build it because there is no base. So now this base. Now it is easy for you to build. Come, quick. Now it's very easy. Very easy. Yes. Now you fix it fast. Yeah. Now you fix it fast. Perfect. Great. Great. See, now it's fixed. Now it's fixed. So now the nursery class, then it is a foundation. It is a foundation that you are laying. The LKG, UKG, and all those is foundations that you are laying it. And see, just imagine, this is your child. Okay, this is your child. And what, as a parent, what you have to do is, very first thing is, I'm going to tell some 7 points, okay? Quickly. This is your child. The child need to be successful in his life. He need to achieve something. In order to make him achieve, you need to do something. The very first thing, as a parent, the base. When it comes spirituality, when it comes God. So, you must pray for your child. Pray for your child. Okay. Every day, whether you are a Hindu, you are a Muslim, you are a Christian, you pray for your child so that the child will grow and he will or she will have a wisdom and he will have understanding and he will have a memory power and he will start growing it. So the very first, as a parent, you pray for your child. You got it? For the good health. If something happened with your child, everything is gone. Some sickness comes. Gone. You become under pressure. Your peace, joy, everything is gone. So pray that the child will be strong. You understand? And first is prayer. Second one is you need to available for a child. You need to be available. What is availability? You need to give time to the child. Okay. Don't simply give a home days or take care somebody. You take care of my child. No, that will not happen. That will not work it out. If you give time, enough time, be available to your child so the child can be trust you and open to you and whatever they will share with you. So child is one very important. As a parent, as a dad and mom, you need to spend time with your child. You got it?
Yes.
Sit with them, encourage them, motivate them, pray for them. Let them understand that you are with them. I have so many illustrations to tell, but the time 3 more minutes.
It's taken.
3 more minutes. So now first one is prayer. Second one is availability. Then third is very, very important. That is being a role model to the child. Being a role model to the child. The child will look at father and mother and they will become like you. Okay? And if you are not setting up such a beautiful example, then gone. If see the child, if you are a drunk, you used to drink or you used to smoke, there is two way the child will do. Either child will adopt that things that learned from father or mother. And some children, they will say, no, my father is something like that, I don't want to become like that. We don't know what is going to be the outcome. So always it is better you show a role model, tell to your son and daughter, son, look at me, you live like me. Okay, you have a character like me. So you should have a boldness to say it. If you are not a role model, if you don't have a good character, if you don't have a good spirituality, you can never talk to your child. So be a role model. Then another one is encouragement. The child need encouragement. Who will encourage? You tell me who will encourage. Will your neighbor will come and encourage your child? No. You have to give a motivation and encouragement from your side. You understand? Now, many parents, we will say, oh, donkey, we call a lot of mandabuddhi, we say, and so what actually happens? Will it mold the child? No. So, what one day, you might have heard about the child called Tom. He came to the school and teachers started to teach him. Finally, they were unable to teach because this child is not getting anything. So one day the teacher wrote a letter and give it to the child and told, you give this letter to your mom. So child brought that letter and gave to mom. And mom read it. And child asked, Mom, what the teacher is wrote it? The mom said, child is very brilliant. And you need to send that child to some other school, better school, so that he can have a better life, better future. And the mother started to teach him and change the school. And later, this small little child became a great scientist. The mother passed away. And finally, he found that letter. And he took the letter and read it. And it was written, your child is not a brilliant student. We are not able to teach him. So we cannot teach you, send to someone. But even though teacher wrote something like that, but mother said, you are brilliant. You understand? And that's the person, he became the great scientist, Thomas Alva Edison. From where? Teacher will tell, you are Mandabuddhi, you are good for nothing. But as a parent, tell him that you are a good child. Teach you, encourage you. It's very important. And now, next one is nurture. Nurturing. The nurturing has to happen in home. Spiritual nurturing and everything, every atmosphere you train and nurture the child. And third, train and teach. Train and teach. Give the child maximum education. Motivate them and tell them that you study well, get a scholarship, go into the higher level. If you have money, don't tell, I will give you money. Tell them you can study well and get a good score and go to the higher level. And if you do this, your child will become a successful person, reaching the higher level. May the God bless through this understanding and becoming a successful person. And thank you so much for the opportunity given to me. God bless you.
Okay, सिर्फ वो points मैं इसमें बताना चाहती हूँ. Okay, hope you understood that it was the parents, yeah. So पहले क्या करना है? कितने points बोले थे? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. Okay, so पहले point क्या था? क्या करना है? हम हमारे बच्चे के लिए प्रार्थना करना है. Okay, समझ में आया? And दूसरा point क्या था? We need to be available for our child. हमारे बच्चे के लिए हम available होना है. बच्चे को जब हम बच्चे को हमारा जरूरत है तो दूसरा किसी का सहारा मत लेना. ओके, हम लोग क्या करते हैं? वो मेड को बोलते हैं, ओ टेक केयर करना हमारे बच्चे को. ऐसा नहीं. आपको आपका जब जरूरत होता है आप ही वो बच्चे को देना. और तीसरा थर्ड थिंग, रोल मॉडल. बच्चे के साथ आप एक एग्जाम्पल बनना है. अगर आप बीड़ी पीता है तो बच्चे को मत बोलना बीड़ी मत पीना. अगर दारू पिए तो बच्चे को मत बोलना दारू मत. अभी कुछ एज लिमिट नहीं है बीड़ी पीने के लिए. छोटे छोटे 7-8 साल के बच्चे लोग इधर हम इधर देखते हैं बहुत सारे. तो माँ बाप ऐसे करेगा तो बच्चे को मत बोलना, ऐसे मत करना. तो अब क्या करना है? एग्जाम्पल बनना है. अगर आप लोग अपने बाप लोग अपनी बीवी को मारते हैं तो बड़ा होगा तो क्या करेगा? वो भी अपनी बीवी को मारेगा. अगर वाइफ लोग अपने हस्बैंड्स को ओबे नहीं करेगा तो क्या होगा? वो नहीं ओबे करेंगे. तो हम उस टाइम पे बच्चे लोगों को वो एडवाइस भी नहीं दे पाते क्योंकि वापस वो बोलेंगे तो ऐसे ही था तो मुझे क्यों बोल रहा है. करेक्ट है ना? या तो हम क्या करना है, एग्जाम्पल करना है घर में, ओके। सब चीज में एटलीस्ट ट्राई तो कीजिए, बच्चे को दिखाने के लिए नहीं, एक अच्छा बच्चे को सक्सेसफुल बनाने के लिए, अपने बच्चे को टू मेक आवर चाइल्ड सक्सेसफुल, ओके। और बच्चे को एनकरेज करना, प्रोत्साहन प्रोत्साहन देना, ओके। ऐसे हमारा सर ने बोला है, अ, हमारे बच्चे को दूसरा पड़ोसी वाला एनकरेजमेंट नहीं देता है। हम हमेशा क्या करते हैं, तो पड़ोसी को एनकरेजमेंट देते हैं, वो कितना अच्छा पढ़ता है, तू तो कहाँ पढ़ता है, तू तो गधा ही है, हम ऐसे बोलते हैं ना। तो ऐसे मत बोलना, हमारे बच्चे को अगर गधा है तो भी गधा मत बोलना, एनकरेजमेंट देना। क्योंकि वो एग्जाम्पल बोला है ना, थॉमस अल्वा एडिसन, ही वाज द चाइल्ड, वो पढ़ता ही नहीं था। थॉमस अल्वा एडिसन की वजह से हमारे पास लाइट्स है, ओके। वो टीचर्स ज्यादा सोचते थे, लेकिन उनकी वजह से हमारे पास अभी लाइट्स है। तो हमारे हमको नहीं मालूम है कल ये बच्चा क्या होगा, हमको नहीं मालूम है, शायद प्राइम मिनिस्टर बन सकता है, प्रेसिडेंट बन सकता है, हमको क्या मालूम। तो कैसे भी हमारे बच्चे को एनकरेजमेंट देना, अगर थोड़ा पढ़ाई में पीछे है तो भी एनकरेजमेंट देना, और नर्चर करना, वो बड़ा होने के लिए अच्छा एटमॉस्फेयर देना घर में, ओके। हमारे पास ज्यादा पैसा नहीं होगा, पैसे से अच्छा एटमॉस्फेयर नहीं आता है, लेकिन घर में उनका कोई एक क्या बोलते हैं वातावरण, हिंदी में अच्छा एक वातावरण देना बच्चे को, ओके। अच्छा बनने के लिए घर में अगर माँ बाप में हमेशा मारपीट होते हैं, चिल्लाते हैं, तो बच्चे को शांति से नहीं रह पाता। तो अच्छा एक वातावरण देना घर में, एटलीस्ट कोशिश तो कीजिए, ओके। और लास्ट में बच्चे को ट्रेन करना, जितना भी हो सके पढ़ाई में इम्पोर्टेंस देना, पढ़ने के लिए भेजना, हायर स्टडीज के लिए भेजना। आपके पास पैसे है तो पैसा दे के कार खरीद के मत भेजना, पैसा से क्या करना है, वो उनको पढ़ाई की मदद करना, ओके, ताकि दे विल बिकम सक्सेसफुल। ऐसे हम करेंगे तो क्या होगा, हमारे बच्चे सक्सेसफुल बन जाएंगे। समझ में आ गए ना, ओके। दिस वाज द नटशेल ऑफ व्हाट ही वाज स्पीकिंग। यही संक्षिप्त रूप मैंने बताए, जो सर ने अभी बताया। अभी our chairman sir will come forward and speak a few words, and we will be closing in another 10 15 minutes.
Thank you so much. Thank you, uh, Anil sir and principal ma'am and everyone who have made this parents meeting as successful. I want to thank Jojo and also our trustees have joined us today to be part of this session. Thank you so much for all of you for coming. And there are many other parents actually they missed, and maybe they're in job or middle of, and maybe our time is not very good. But then the small kids they all expected to be here to pick up the. So that is why we took 1 hour earlier. So this is the time. But many are busy. Hoping that they will take the seriousness they want us when we call for the parents. Thank you for sending your children and trusting us uh, to give them the basic teaching. Sometimes people think that the basic teaching, nursing, and all are very uh, unimportant, not very significant. But actually, this is very important where they should get the right kind of people handling them. And I will learn a little bit of the child psychology. It says like the age of 8, they already learned 90% of their life when it comes to their attitude and their life. So the rest of the thing they are going to learn physics, chemistry, and maths. So, thank you so much for trusting us. Um, we are praying and we are asking God to give us the grace of the Lord to take care of them well, and we'll keep training our teachers so that they can also be picked up well. We thank you for all of you who have given us the feedback. I think they already sent us today, and we were just looking at some of the feedback. Um, we already understood. We called this meeting the agenda. The main agenda is to just share with you the major change that happened in the central government. That making it as actually is the the states cannot do anything now. And so I just want to tell you, because later you should not be upset with us that we didn't tell you, we did not go and tell each one. And that's the one thing we will want to do, because that notification is very crucial notification for all the parents. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಈ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಇನ್ವೈಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So basically, all is that we focus on reading, speaking, and start writing, and we study to do that. Also, we will try to, uh, uh, you know, give the right input, right attitude to the children, so that they will go with somebody who love others. And uh, yeah, many of you, we were looking at this feedback. Many of you actually have suggested regarding our infrastructure, and we really wanted to do that, but it's cost so much. You know, is that if you look at some school, they have put it, hi-fi infrastructure, but we didn't spend much money on that. One way we are keeping little balance, which is why our children will start with something small so they can grow. One side, other side also, that's not an excuse because we don't have that much fund. But and we have not taken it. That's why we are taking a very minimal fees. Even if we have got some good infrastructure, I believe that we will not going to, hide so much fee, because uh, I grew up in a very poor family where my parents could not afford them to send it to an English medium school. So I have a dream to not to, you know, pressurize the parents in such a way that they will not able to send any school at all. Okay, so we will keep that. But at the same time, we are praying, and also we are considered to buy a small piece of land nearby this area. So wherever we already gave advance for 10 lakhs, but December 23 is a key day for us to registration. We need another 70 lakhs. I have no clue. And being a Christian, we always have faith. By faith, we have taken a step to do it. But if you, please also remember, if you have any option, somebody who can support, or somebody you feel somebody can support for this kind of charity or something, please support us, and we will keep sending you some ads. You can also forward to someone. We have actually joined something called an app called Mila, which is actually a very secular app, which actually help us to raise fund. You can even you can even pay 10 rupees, 50 rupees, 100 rupees. Your friends, you can just keep sending those things. They will show actually called, pay some commission to them. You can actually delete that amount, then it becomes zero. You don't have to pay a commission to them. But if you want to give commission to them, I have no problem. But then I don't know. Someday people, they ask 10%, 15%. You will enter. Why you should pay for them then? But and we will actually forward to that to you if you don't mind. If you think you wanted to do something, because I don't want to pressurize this area, because we all go through difficult situations. All of you have a very tight budgets, but if you have a good will, you have free to your heart, please support us in that area. If someone, your friends, your colleagues, or somebody who can actually support in some way, please ask them to support. And the began, and we always get back to you for that. And I know you see that we are not, like people like how we say, running after with advertisement, spending so much money for that. If it when we just look into it, it needs a lakhs rupees. So we don't want to spend that money, but we want your testimony of mouth testimony. Is that right word? Word of word of testimony. Okay, a word of testimony you can tell to someone, and you can invite people. Tell them join, and because we want to keep it very clean, disciplined. How do you say? High ethic to everything that we do. Okay. Thank you so much for your support in the past, and we really thank you. And we know you are really trust us. God bless you. Whenever we send our ads to Milab or anything, if you don't mind, please forward to your friends. If they just wanted to send, we just put it as run the show, but then you can see how much we are taking from you, and some of you still struggle to give that, and but then we raise up that fund and somehow with our friends. So if you can forward that, God will bless you. Thank you so much. But if you really wanted to, give the full money, feel free, please feel free. Okay. God bless. Thank you so much for everyone for having us and part of this meeting. God bless you.
What about just ask them any concerns and what
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Probably afternoon.
It's 12:20.
Probably I start my day late, so it's still morning for me. So glad to meet all of you. Thankfully, being born and brought up in Bangalore, at least I can communicate in 5 languages. So निकलना नोड़ी बड़ा संतोष है and हम खुश हैं कि आप सब आए और ये सेशन जो पेरेंट्स टीचर्स मीटिंग है उसमें आपको भी as a parent you are also able to gather something, go back and implement as well. And that is what we look at. And I hope all of you have, who have joined your kids for the first year here, you would have understood that we don't follow the traditional method of teaching, right? It is more experiential in nature, and that is what also is what we're looking at. I've been able to interact with the chairman sir and principal ma'am as well, and what I get to, I'm delighted to know that a lot of kids who have studied here have been placed in very good schools. They've got admission in very good schools, and that's a continued investment that we have, and we have a long-term vision that we're looking at as well. Right? We went through certain challenges during COVID, but we bounced back and we had this setup. And we are looking at a much wider vision of how we can continue to stay invested in children and make them give them a very strong foundation, which you also got to know from Anil sir, on how, as parents, we should invest. And that's a daily learning that we have. I also believe that there are opportunities that we should improve on certain things. So if there are some questions that you have, I'm happy to take our chairman sir or principal can answer. But if you have any questions that you have in your mind on what we do or what is it that we plan to do, feel free to ask me right now, and we'll be more than happy to answer those questions. So यार आपके मन में कोई अगर कोई प्रश्न है तो अभी पूछ सकते हैं किसी स्कूल के बारे में या जनरल एजुकेशनल इकोसिस्टम में के बारे में जो भी आपके मन में अगर कोई क्वेश्चंस है तो अभी पूछ सकते हैं.
what are your future plans of next education level? Post senior KG, right? From first standard on. Do you have any future plans for that? If yes, then probably it will
Buy
be
the land.
interesting.
When we buy the land, we will continue.
So there are two parts that we're looking at. One, our first plan is to kind of see this is the rented place that we have. So we want to have our own place because then whatever that we kind of save, to be honest, we give it back to you guys. That is how it is. So I'm sure you would have understood. You can go around and look at it of the same kind of an education, what it would kind of cost. So our first phase is for us to get a land for ourselves, which is probably the same radius, and after that, build a place with a much better infrastructure than what we have currently. So that's our first phase. Maybe I would say the next one phase, yeah, 15 months to 18 months. The second phase that we're looking at is principal plan is working towards how we can upgrade ourselves from first standard to fourth standard. So which means that when we build the infrastructure, that is also going to be there, right? So every school starts somewhere small. We have our learnings as well. So the best thing is most of our teachers have been there with us for 5 to 6 years. So we continue to stay invested. Our administrator,
we also ensure that there is a training that the teachers go through as well. So that continues to be our vision, so they can scale up, right? So they will also scale up to a primary one as well. And when we invest in people, we are not investing them in a small duration. We look at how can we develop them, and they kind of take up bigger roles as well. So that's our two-fold plan as of now. With that, we also, if you see the, I'm sure activities that your children say as to how they will have exposure to nature and school visits and sports days and all of that. So that at a a little bit bigger scale is something that we're planning to do. Any other concerns that you have had, regarding uh, timings, features, or anything that you have addressed which is not solved for? Right. So if there are none, I'm really happy. I think principal and the teachers are really taking good care of all of our children. So hence there are no concerns. But if there is anything, feel free to reach out to her during the week. And if there is something that is beyond the scope, or if you have had some repeat issue, feel free to reach out to Parental or myself anytime during the week as well, and I will be happy to connect with you as well. Okay. All right. So with that, I want to take this opportunity to thank the entire team of Agape Kindergarten for setting this parents teachers meeting. Primarily with raising their presence, especially Chen sir and Sir Anil. He came all the way from Kerala to be there with us. So let's put a hand together. Thank you so much. Let's take that abbreviation of parents and implement it in our lives with our children. And I'm sure over a period of time you will see those changes as well. I want to thank Principal Ma'am for taking the time to arrange this at this quarter, and I believe that we will have another one during the annual day times as well. So that's an exciting one that is there. So we will get those notifications. Special thanks to our administrator leading us and giving us guidance. A lot of times I also believe in what is happening in school, I don't know. Like, what do they do the whole day? So he gave a good insight of what we do, so that you are also equally engaged as well. And special thanks to our parents, our teachers who are really a backbone of supporting us as well for all the classes. So special thanks to Praveen and the teachers as well. And we have our media person who has taken enough time, Pradeep, who is there in midst of us. So thank you for spending your time, and it is a really good opportunity for us to connect together as well. All right, so shall we conclude with a word of prayer right now? If we could just close our eyes wherever you are, and we will thank God. And Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful afternoon time that you've given us to come together and give glory to your name, O God, Father. We thank you for this opportunity that you gave us and all the parents to come together, look at different aspects of how their child grows, for the opportunity for us to learn about how to bring up a child and make those investments in their life and put those foundation. And as we continue to partner with with the teachers and with the parents, so Lord, we pray that each of the kids will grow in wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, so that they will go on to be great citizens of this country, making an impact in different parts of this country and different parts of the world, Lord. We thank you for the guidance that is there with us throughout this time. And we pray for all of the people who have worked behind this and the resources that has been provided. We pray that they will continue to experience blessings in their life, and the parents' investments in their children, they'll be able to see them as children who grow up being a role model in the society as well, Lord. We thank you for all the planning and the resources and the vision that you've given us. Help us to continue to abide by that in the coming days, O God. We once again submit and surrender all the other upcoming plans and projects and activities, and we pray that you will bring it to pass in the wonderful time. And as we continue to believe that all things will work together for good, we continue to trust in you. We once again surrender all of these aspects into thy hands. In Jesus' name we pray. All right, thank you, parents. Over to you.
Yeah, Monday would be a holiday on account of Diwali, and Tuesday we are having Children's Day celebration as a sports day Day we are celebrating. So just send them in uniform. Only water bottle is enough. We'll be providing them snacks. Monday को छुट्टी